Today, the world generates about 1.3 billion tons of waste annually, but this is projected by the World Bank to be in the range of 2.2 billion by 2025. Of this, Africa claims about 75 million tons, and 40% of that goes to Nigeria. A huge waste, one might say, but it's not necessarily a bad thing for the economy. That's only when the right approach is employed, and that's where waste to wealth comes in. Let's see how far Nigeria has gone on waste to wealth. You're welcome to Big Story. I'm Im Thompson. Heaps and heaps of rubbish. That's what some people see in this. However, innovation and technology has changed that mindset for many others. And so the site of what might have been called waste is now resources and employment opportunities. That's why, as the World Bank has projected an increase in waste generation, it has also projected a raise in the annual global cost from $205 billion used for 1.3 billion tons of annual waste to $375 billion for 2.2 billion tons, which should be the generation by 2025. This increase is connected to rising disposable income, urbanization, and other factors.
Waste is a byproduct of human activities. Wherever you have dynamism and in the process of living and the human activity, then the byproduct is waste. It is only when you have an inert environment that nothing is called waste, because there will not be byproduct. Byproduct is called waste. So once you have an increase in population, increase in commercial activities, and it's a measure of affluence and is an indicator of life in itself. So there must be waste. It just must come.
In Nigeria, however, there's still the need for the definition of what waste is and should be.
It's a descriptive word. It is not a noun per se, right? And it's a descriptive word to qualify a discarded resource from a particular position within a time frame. Any material that you're discarding from point A to B can be regarded by you as a waste. It must move from point A to point B, all right? And that point B is where you can add value to that waste. So if waste is discarded at point A and is not evacuated to point B, then it becomes a nuisance. It will start restricting you. It will constrict your own flow all the same, and it can be a form of epidemic.
The collation of waste goes to rural, urban, and industrial areas of the country. Markets, especially where abattoirs exist, factories and households very well included. In Lagos State, the agency in charge of enforcing laws to protect the environment, that's the Lagos State Environment Protection Agency, LASEPA, complains that their work has not been that easy because of the attitude of many residents.
We should show love to the environment. People are not even showing love to the environment at all. They will put their waste in the public drains. They will throw their waste anyhow. When the state government has provided you with PSP operators to cut away your waste, and you still continue doing the old ways. We are here for change, and we must change.
The setback is not with the citizens only. Planning on the part of the government may not be all-encompassing after all.
Where probably you require, if you have done the right studies, probably you should have deployed maybe about 100 trucks. You now have 10 trucks. What do you want to do with that? And they'll just tell you that, oh, somebody said we should buy 10 trucks. But what you generate every day shows that you should buy 100 trucks. And if you're not buying 100 trucks, you must be able to create a platform where you have either the private investors to come with their trucks and do this thing and that. So there are several solutions and there are several options to make sure you get the trucks, and not just trucks, the appropriate equipment that are meant for this waste. We get to some states where they start using tippers. Tippers are expected to collect dense materials. Waste are not dense materials; they are light. All right. Tippers are supposed to collect probably granite gravels with a high density, and you're now using that to collect a low density material. So you are underutilizing the equipment you deploy. So the operation cost becomes so very high, and you are not operating efficiently well.
Anambra State government has also prioritized dealing with waste from the point of collation, although the system employed before now has not yielded expected results.
Before I came, it was only Laga trying to manage the whole of that place, and it wasn't working. So we segmented it and challenged the people to pursue. And I don't take no for an answer when it comes to getting things done. And I made sure that they know what they're doing. The same thing we've done at Newi. We have 2 contractors that are handling that area, same as in Idemili and other major towns around the state. The local government structure is also assisting in taking care of the villages, that fall under them, with some support from the state. Some of the vehicles that we leased from Inosin were also being used to tidy up those areas. So I must tell you that we are working very hard in environment cleaning in Anambra State. You may still see here and there little heaps of garbage based on some challenges we had with one of the contractors.
The efforts to create a more organized system for the collation of waste has in some cases clashed with some individuals' livelihood, as is the situation in Edo State when the government outlawed the business of cart pushers who earn their living by collating waste from homes and small businesses areas and dispose them in private dump sites.
When they arrested, we passed 15. Yeah, so we money bail 10. 2 now is the hand. We don't know what to do. Fear now, almost 3 weeks now, we cannot go and find 1 naira because of the fear. So please, that's why we say let us come and cry to our Father. May He help us for this situation. May He find the office when He do this thing because we don't know them. I believe that our Father will know them.
This truck, many of us, we are family men. We use it to take care of our family for school and whatever. Many of us have voters card here. We dey vote for election or whatever. We dey support the governor.
That Friday where they catch them since last Friday, we don't see them. Their family they come. We don't greet them and say see where they dey because we no fit talk so. We dey cater in one way or another. We never see the people. We believe say by coming to our Father Oshomole, He go help us.
Chairman of Edo State Task Force insists that the decision was reached after careful considerations.
If you look around the city, you will see pockets of illegal dump sites here and there. And this is the result of these truck pushers. By the time the truck pusher evacuates refuse from one house, before he pushes it within 4 or 5 streets, you and I know him, he will be tired. What do? They evacuate this refuse to either an open field or maybe an open plot or an uncompleted building or inside the moat, or you have them dumping it inside the stormwater project. This office does not collect 1 naira from anybody. If you are found guilty that you are supposed to pay money, if it's an offense that carries fine in the court, you don't pay to us, you pay to Edo State Government Nigeria. But in the case of the cart pushers, we don't collect money.
Other states still have these challenges, and this doesn't give Nigeria any pass mark in the matter, as it seems plans are coming rather late.
You still have this problem prevalent all over. You see government and the people running behind the waste that has been generated, whereas you're supposed to stay ahead of that waste. You're supposed to be able to project the population. It's a function of population and the extent of your activities, commercial and industrial activities. So these are definitive values that you can put figures on.